Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and Aussie treasure hunters. Today, we're counting down the top for most valuable 50-cent coins from Australia. Coins that prove spare change can sometimes be worth a small fortune. From rare silver issues to low mintage designs, these coins are highly sought after in today's collector market. Let's get started. First up, the 2001 Australian 50-cent commemorative coin featuring the kangaroo and emu is a coin that continues to fascinate collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Issued during the centenary of Federation, this coin marked a pivotal milestone in Australia's journey as a united nation. With its bold and patriotic reverse design, it is not just a coin but a celebration of the country's unique identity and its first 100 years as a Commonwealth. The reverse design of this coin showcases Australia's most iconic national animals, the kangaroo and the emu, standing proudly on either side of the Federation's coat of arms. These two animals were chosen because they cannot walk backwards easily, symbolizing progress, growth, and Australia's forward-looking spirit. Their presence alongside the Federation emblem creates a design that embodies national pride, unity, and resilience. The obverse of the coin carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy was first introduced in 1999 and is known for its realistic detail, depicting the Queen wearing the tiara given to her as a wedding gift. The combination of a new obverse portrait with a strong patriotic reverse made this coin instantly stand out in circulation. In terms of specifications, the coin retains the standard shape and size of the Australian 50-cent piece. It weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter, and is struck in a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its unique 12-sided, or dodecagonal, shape ensures easy recognition and sets it apart from round-world coinage. The kangaroo and emu 50-cent coin of 2001 was part of a larger commemorative series issued to celebrate the centenary of Federation, which included different designs for each Australian state and territory. While many of these state issues featured coats of arms and local symbols, the kangaroo and emu design held special significance because it directly represented the Federation itself and the national identity of Australia as a whole. This coin's mintage numbers were substantial for circulation, but finding examples in excellent condition, as in the case we are highlighting, is not as easy as one might think. Circulated coins often suffer from scratches, dull surfaces, and wear, but a well-preserved coin retains its crisp details, lustrous shine, and full design elements, making it highly desirable for collectors. From a historical perspective, the kangaroo and emu design ties directly to Australia's coat of arms, which was first granted by King George V in 1912. Incorporating it into the centenary of Federation coin reinforced the enduring symbols of the nation, while also linking the modern Commonwealth back to its origins at the turn of the 20th century. This historical depth makes the coin even more significant to numismatists and patriots alike. When we turn to market value, the 2001 kangaroo and emu 50-cent coin in average circulated condition might only fetch around $2 to $5 AUD. However, in excellent or near uncirculated condition, values can climb to $20, $30, or even 50 Australian dollars, depending on the buyer and the coin's overall preservation. Proof versions and collector sets containing this design can reach significantly higher, often crossing the $100 to 200 Australian dollars range. What drives these values higher is not just rarity, but collector demand. The kangaroo and emu are beloved symbols of Australia, instantly recognizable worldwide. Coins with strong national identity tend to hold long-term appeal, and this design checks all the boxes: historical importance, symbolic depth, and aesthetic beauty. In the broader coin market, the 2001 centenary of Federation coins are still in strong demand because of their sheer variety and collectability. Many collectors seek to complete the entire set of state and territory issues, and the kangaroo and emu coin is often viewed as the crown jewel of the series, tying the collection together with its national symbolism. For investors, this coin presents an exciting opportunity. While it may not yet command astronomical sums, the steady increase in value over the years suggests that it could one day reach much higher levels, especially for pristine examples. Coins tied to major national events often see sharp increases in demand as anniversaries come around, and future milestones of Federation could push this coin's value into even greater heights. Collectors also appreciate the artistry behind the design. The careful detailing of the kangaroo and emu, the balance of the coat of arms, and the strong, bold lettering make the reverse an impressive piece of numismatic art. Even in circulated condition, the design's clarity tends to shine through, but in excellent condition, the coin is nothing short of breathtaking. One cannot ignore the emotional appeal of the 2001 kangaroo and emu 50-cent coin. For Australians, it is more than just change in the pocket. It is a reminder of national pride, shared identity, and the journey of a country that has achieved so much in its first century as a federation. That emotional connection often fuels stronger collector demand than rarity alone could provide. In fact, many collectors who own this coin do not part with it easily. That reluctance keeps the supply of excellent condition pieces tighter than one might expect, pushing values upward in online auctions, coin fairs, and private sales. Scarcity created by collector hoarding is often just as powerful as official mintage numbers in determining long-term value. For anyone starting out in Australian numismatics, the 2001 kangaroo and emu 50-cent coin is a must-have piece. It captures history, identity, and artistry in one coin, while also offering strong potential for future growth and value. With patience, care, and a good eye for condition, this coin could become a centerpiece in any serious collection. The 2001 50-cent coin with the kangaroo and emu is more than just a commemorative piece. It is a story struck in copper nickel, a celebration of a nation's unity, and a treasure that could very well make you a millionaire if its popularity and rarity continue to grow in the decades ahead. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of Australia's journey in your hand, and that is what makes it truly priceless. Next up, the 1980 Australian 50-cent coin may look like an everyday piece of change to the casual observer, but for coin collectors and history lovers, it holds a fascinating story. Struck at a time when Australia was shaping its identity in the modern world, this coin is a product of tradition, precision, and national symbolism. Its presence in circulation today is a reminder of Australia's enduring pride in its heritage. On the obverse side, the coin features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Mackin. This portrait shows the Queen wearing the regal tiara that was a wedding gift from her grandmother, Queen Mary. The Mackin portrait was one of the most widely recognized effigies used across Commonwealth coinage, and for Australians in 1980, it served as a familiar and authoritative reminder of the monarchy's link with the nation. The reverse design of the 1980 50-cent coin carries the Australian Commonwealth coat of arms, which is one of the most enduring and powerful symbols of the country. The shield at the center contains the 6 state badges, representing the unity of all Australian states within one nation. Supporting the shield are the 2 iconic animals of Australia, the kangaroo and the emu. These animals were chosen not just for their uniqueness, but also because they cannot move backwards easily, symbolizing progress and forward momentum for the country. In terms of specifications, the coin is struck in copper-nickel alloy containing 75% copper and 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, a weight of 15.55 grams, and its iconic 12-sided shape ensures that it stands apart from other coins around the world. The dodecagonal design, introduced after the short-lived round 50-cent silver coin of 1966, was a practical and instantly recognizable feature that Australians quickly grew to love. The year 1980 was not associated with a special commemorative event, so the coin carries the standard arms design. However, the mintages were significant, with millions entering circulation. Because of this, many people assume the coin is common and therefore worthless beyond face value. But collectors know that the real value comes down to condition, minting variations, and market demand. Finding a 1980 50-cent coin in circulated condition, as in the case you mentioned, is fairly easy. They often show signs of wear, dullness, or scratches from years of use in pockets, wallets, and tills. However, a coin even in circulated condition can carry value if it has been preserved well, with clear details and fewer marks. Collectors value sharp designs where the coat of arms remains bold and the Queen's portrait retains its crisp definition. Interestingly, the 1980 50-cent coin also sparks interest among collectors who focus on error coins. Minting mistakes such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or double strikes can sometimes be found in circulation. These unusual errors can elevate the coin's value from a few dollars to hundreds, depending on the rarity and the type of error. It adds an exciting layer of mystery to hunting down these coins. In terms of market value, a 1980 50-cent coin in average circulated condition usually trades between $1 to $2 Australian, above its face value, but not extraordinary. However, examples in uncirculated or proof-like condition can fetch between $20 and $50 Australian, with some graded specimens commanding even higher prices at auction. The difference between a well-worn coin and a pristine one is often the difference between spare change and a genuine collectible. The demand for Australian 50-cent coins has been steadily increasing over the years, as more collectors worldwide discover the unique designs and cultural significance of the series. For new collectors, the 1980 coin is often an entry point into building a full collection of circulating 50-cent pieces, as it is both accessible and historically rich. For those dreaming of a coin that could one day make them a millionaire, the 1980 50-cent coin may not yet be there, but history shows that even common circulation coins can explode in value when demand skyrockets or when new generations of collectors flood the market. Already, coins like the 1966 round 50 cent and rare commemoratives have risen in value exponentially, proving that everyday coins can become treasures in the future. What makes this coin particularly engaging is its symbolism of unity. At a time when Australia was modernizing rapidly, the coat of arms reminded people of their collective identity, shared heritage, and forward momentum as a nation. For collectors today, owning the 1980 coin is like holding a small piece of history, a reminder of the country's journey in the late 20th century. Even the wear and tear of a circulated coin tells a story. Every scratch, mark, or worn surface speaks of the countless hands it has passed through, from shopkeepers to families to travelers. A circulated 1980 50-cent coin is a time traveler, carrying with it decades of Australian life and history. Collectors often value this storytelling aspect just as much as condition. Another reason this coin remains attractive is the artistry of its design. The intricate detail of the coat of arms, the carefully balanced heraldic symbols, and the realism of the kangaroo and emu demonstrate the skill of Australia's coin designers. Unlike many modern coins that simplify or abstract designs, the 1980 50-cent coin represents a strong tradition of craftsmanship in numismatics. The long-term collector demand is also supported by the fact that Australia's 50-cent series is among the most widely collected coin sets in the nation. People who start with commemorative coins often work their way back to the circulation issues like the 1980, meaning demand is constantly refreshed by new hobbyists. The 1980 Australian 50-cent coin may seem like ordinary change, but it holds far more significance than meets the eye. With its powerful national symbols, historical importance, and potential for collector value, it remains a treasure for those who look deeper. Whether you see it as a piece of pocket change or as a miniature time capsule of Australia's identity, this coin proves that sometimes the most ordinary things can be the most extraordinary. Next up, the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin is one of those fascinating coins that might easily slip through the hands of an everyday spender but can stand tall in the eyes of a serious collector. At first glance, it may look like just another standard piece of circulating currency, but when you peel back its story, its design, and its condition, you discover that this coin is an important chapter in the broader journey of Australian numismatics. Like many coins of its era, the obverse features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1999, this design replaced the Raphael Makhlouf portrait that had been in circulation since the 1980s. Rank Broadley's portrait of the Queen is more realistic and less stylized than earlier versions, capturing her in a mature, dignified likeness. For collectors, this makes the 1999 issue significant. It was the very first year this new portrait appeared on the 50-cent coin, a fact that elevates its importance. The reverse design of the 1999 50-cent coin carries the timeless Australian Commonwealth coat of arms, which has graced the denomination since 1969. At the center of the shield are symbols of the 6 states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Standing proudly on either side are the kangaroo and emu, chosen because neither animal can walk backward, symbolizing the forward progress of the nation. Above the shield rests the Federation Star, representing unity across the Commonwealth. This reverse design is not just currency artwork, it is an emblem of national pride. In terms of specifications, the 1999 Australian 50-cent coin remains consistent with its modern counterparts. It is struck from copper-nickel alloy, 75% copper, 25% nickel, weighs 15.55 grams, and measures 31.65 millimeters in diameter. Its distinctive 12-sided shape sets it apart from most other coins in circulation and makes it instantly recognizable. This dodecagonal design has long been one of the defining characteristics of Australian 50-cent coins and is loved by collectors worldwide. What makes the 1999 coin particularly special is its minting context. The year 1999 was transitional for Australia's coinage, marking the introduction of Rank Broadley's Queen portrait. Collectors often consider first-year issues of a new design more important, and this gives the 1999 50-cent coin extra weight in the numismatic world. It's not just a piece of currency, it's a milestone. The coin you describe as being in very good condition is in that sweet spot where it shows only moderate signs of circulation. While it may carry small nicks, light scratches, or gentle wear on the high points, the major design details remain sharp and clear. Collectors value coins in this grade because they balance accessibility with preservation, often commanding more than face value if the market demand is strong. From a rarity perspective, the 1999 50-cent coin was struck in large numbers for circulation, making it relatively common. However, as time passes, fewer examples survive in higher grades. Coins in very good condition still maintain strong appeal, especially when preserved with minimal damage. As with all coins, scarcity is not just about mintage numbers, but also about survival rates in top condition. The current market value of a 1999 50-cent coin in circulated condition often hovers close to its face value, but once you move into the higher grade examples, values rise. In very good to extremely fine condition, collectors may pay anywhere from $2 to $10. Uncirculated coins can fetch $15 to $30 Australian dollars, while proof versions or special mint sets can sell for significantly more, sometimes upwards of $100. Error coins from this year, such as misstrikes, off-center mintings, or die cracks, can command hundreds of dollars, making them the true treasures for eagle-eyed collectors. Another important element to consider is collector demand. Many Australian collectors aim to assemble year sets, meaning they need one example of every denomination struck in a given year. Since 1999 marked the debut of the Rank Broadley portrait, the 50-cent coin from that year is always in demand by those building complete collections. This demand ensures that the coin, while not the rarest, will always have a place in numismatic circles. The symbolism of the coin's design cannot be overlooked either. At the dawn of a new millennium, the 1999 50-cent coin stood as both a continuation of tradition and the start of a fresh chapter. The coat of arms represented Australia's proud past, while the new obverse portrait symbolized a more modern and realistic portrayal of the monarchy. It is this duality, tradition and change, that makes the coin so engaging to study and collect. When we talk about coins that could make you a millionaire, it's often about the long game in numismatics. The 1999 50-cent coin may not command a fortune today, but imagine a future where pristine examples become scarce, where collectors battle for the last uncirculated or error examples in existence. It's not impossible to think that what is today seen as modest could tomorrow be worth a small fortune. History has proven this time and time again with coins from earlier decades. Beyond monetary value, however, this coin has a deep cultural value. It represents Australian heritage, national unity, and the enduring strength of its currency system. Holding a 1999 50-cent coin is like holding a piece of that cultural story in your hand. And when that story intersects with rarity, condition, and demand, that's when real value emerges. For collectors starting out, the 1999 50-cent coin in very good condition is an ideal entry point. It is affordable, widely recognizable, and carries enough historical weight to feel significant. For seasoned collectors, it represents a cornerstone in any modern Australian coin collection. Whether preserved in an album, a display case, or a mint-issued proof set, the coin has an enduring presence. The coin also holds investment potential. While its market price may be modest now, history shows that as time passes, demand rises, especially for key transition years like 1999. Coins like this serve as a reminder that collectors who think long-term, decades instead of months, are often the ones who discover treasures that change their financial futures. The 1999 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just a piece of change from the pocket. It is a symbol of tradition and transformation, a coin that marked the introduction of Rank Broadley's Queen portrait and a milestone in the Australian numismatic journey. In very good condition, it stands tall as a collectible with current and future potential. For anyone passionate about coins, this 1999 piece could be the beginning of a story that, one day, turns small change into extraordinary wealth. Next up, the 2006 Australian 50-cent coin is a shining example of how coins can capture history, heritage, and national pride all in one small piece of metal. Far from being just spare change, this coin embodies the craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint, the pride of the Commonwealth, and the ongoing demand for Australian currency among collectors. For anyone who looks closely, it is a work of art and history combined. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait, introduced in 1999, became one of the most realistic depictions of the Queen ever used on Australian coinage. It shows her mature likeness with greater detail in the facial features, reminding Australians of her enduring role as the nation's head of state. The Rank Broadley portrait brought a fresh realism to coinage, making the 2006 issue instantly recognizable. The reverse design of the 2006 50-cent coin continues with the enduring and powerful symbol of the Australian Commonwealth coat of arms. At its center is the shield, divided into 6 sections, each representing one of the 6 Australian states. Surrounding this, the kangaroo and emu stand tall as guardians of the shield, embodying the national values of progress, resilience, and unity. Together, these elements form a striking design that has become iconic in Australian coinage. The specifications of the coin also contribute to its appeal. Struck in copper-nickel alloy, it contains 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 15.55 grams and has a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, with its instantly recognizable 12-sided shape. This dodecagonal form was introduced after the round 1966 50-cent silver coin and has remained unique to Australian coinage ever since. Its shape makes it stand out in the hand and in collections alike. What makes the 2006 issue particularly interesting is that it was released during a period when the Royal Australian Mint was experimenting heavily with commemorative coins. While the standard arms design was struck for circulation, the Mint also produced a number of special designs during the mid-2000s. This makes the 2006 standard issue coin an anchor in collections from this era, representing tradition amidst innovation. Coins from 2006 in excellent condition, like the one you describe, are especially attractive to collectors. A circulated coin may show scratches, dull color, or loss of detail, but an excellent condition coin retains sharp lines, strong definition of the coat of arms, and a brilliant shine. Such coins often carry a premium in the collector's market because they are harder to find as years pass. While the coin itself was minted in significant numbers, rarity and condition is what creates its real value. A typical circulated 2006 50-cent coin might only fetch around face value to a couple of dollars, but one preserved in excellent or uncirculated condition could bring between $10 and $40 Australian dollars, depending on grading. High-grade proof issues from the Mint often sell for far more, with some commanding $100 Australian dollars or higher when encapsulated and certified. Beyond condition, there is always the thrill of minting errors. Coins with double strikes, clipped edges, or misalignments are highly sought after, and the 2006 50-cent coin is no exception. An error coin could elevate its market value dramatically, with collectors paying several $100s for rare and unusual mistakes. This possibility keeps the hunt for 2006 coins alive in the numismatic world. The market demand for 50-cent coins in Australia has grown over time, partly because the denomination has become synonymous with commemoratives and collector's items. While the 2006 issue may appear standard, it is a crucial piece for anyone assembling a full-year set of coins or building a collection of 50-cent pieces spanning decades. Without it, no collection feels complete. Another fascinating aspect of the 2006 coin is its symbolism of national identity. At the time, Australia was embracing a new millennium, celebrating achievements, and recognizing its unique place in the Commonwealth. The coat of arms on the coin was a daily reminder of unity across states, and the forward-looking spirit represented by the kangaroo and emu. In many ways, the coin served as a patriotic emblem in every wallet. Collectors today also prize the coin for its artistic craftsmanship. The detailed engraving of the coat of arms, the realism of the animals, and the shield's delicate heraldic devices all speak to the precision of Australia's minting standards. For those who admire the blend of art and history, the 2006 coin is far more than currency. It is a miniature canvas. Even in circulation, this coin holds an intrinsic story. Every nick and scratch tells of years spent passing through Australian hands, perhaps buying groceries, paying fares, or exchanged at a footy match. In excellent condition, though, it captures a snapshot in time, untouched by wear and preserved for the future. This is what collectors chase, the chance to hold history in pristine form. The idea that a coin like this could make you a millionaire may sound bold, but history proves it is possible. Consider how common coins of the past, once dismissed as ordinary, now sell for thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars due to rarity, demand, or historical significance. The 2006 50-cent coin, while plentiful today, could one day surge in value as collectors grow in number and pristine examples become scarce. For modern collectors, investing in coins like the 2006 50-cent piece is also about foresight. While its market value today is modest, the combination of strong design, excellent condition, and growing demand means it has every chance of becoming far more valuable in the future. Patience is key in numismatics, and those who preserve such coins today may find themselves holding treasures tomorrow. The 2006 Australian 50-cent coin is much more than an everyday coin. It is a powerful symbol of national pride, a product of world-class minting, and a gateway into the rich world of Australian numismatics. In excellent condition, it stands as a true collector's item, with the potential to rise significantly in value in the years ahead. For those who recognize its beauty and importance, it may just be the coin that transforms small change into something truly extraordinary.